going through that, and I supported her. This was she was saying, there was no reciprocation. I listened to her for hours and hours. This was not just me. I listened to her. I know everything about her story. I loved on her. I gave her the opportunity to be a moderator. And I thanked her every single day that she helped me, every time.
A few years ago, I was going to start a series on Miss Jane Australia, and it was a series about how to find out where she was, because she had a channel that she used to upload on quite regularly, and then she seemed to stop uploading, and I was a bit worried about her. And she had a lot of personal struggles, relationship with her family wasn't going well, with her mother, with her sisters. She'd had a difficult upbringing with her sister, also she claimed. And then she had an issue with her son's father, and he'd gotten custody of the son. And the last episode that I made, which was actually a few years ago, she was kind of moving to the country. She was very down. All her children were no longer with her. They were living with their fathers. And then she had this online YouTube drama with fellow YouTubers that she'd met and met up with in Sydney, because she had this problem with her finger. And there was a big fallout, and there was a lot of drama concerning that. So this is a person who, there was a lot of drama in her life, in her personal life and in her online life. And then she had this finger problem where she had, her finger was in pain, and she had to go to hospital, and she went to Sydney to get it seen to. And there were all kinds of issues even with that, in terms of how the doctors were treating her. So this is somebody who had a lot of issues. That said, I really enjoyed her content, and I think many other people did. This was a woman in her kind of late 40s, early 50s. They think she would be in her early 50s now. And I don't necessarily think that she's disappeared. I think that she's probably online. She's just not uploading any videos. But I know that if she did consistently upload videos, she has the type of personality and charisma to get a lot of subscribers. I think if she uploaded regularly, I think she would have had easily 20 to 30,000 subscribers by now. She did the Watts case, she did the Lori Vallow Daybell case, and she did other cases, and she was very good. She was very intelligent. She had some mental health issues, but that doesn't make her a bad person, or it doesn't necessarily mean that she can't cover true crime cases. I mean, we all have issues in our life. So, I'm wondering where she is, and kind of, so people have come to my channel sporadically and asked me where she is, saying, they're looking for her channel, they're finding my content. So, my answer to that, I'm not sure where she is, but this happened last time when she kind of was absentee for a while. It turned out that she was actually very much on YouTube. She just wasn't uploading, but I miss her content, and it would be nice to know how she is, how she's doing.
Never in my life have I ever had an inheritance. I've never had a settlement from a husband, nothing. And with my Justice for Miss Jane project, I have had $2,000 donated to me over the 2 years that I've been on YouTube. And so I've been able to access some of my retirement. And in a couple of weeks, I had always said I will pay that back, and I'm going to pay it forward. So I'm going to have a party video in a couple of weeks when I've refunded every person for every cent they've ever given to me. And, it's not from, it's from money that I've worked for, So while I wait for my settlement and from my lawsuit, and then, I'm just moving forward. There's been no traffic on the road. Yunta Creek. go. Manor Hill. Just stopped. I've never towed. Puppy, come back, baby. Puppy, come on, baby. Puppy. I've never towed a trailer before, and puppy, come on, baby. Puppy. And I'm just stopping for a minute because I don't feel good. Puppy, come on, baby. He's just having a drink. This is just an old town, and it's not much to see. You're just kind of out in the wilderness, and it's just